In a world defined by the rigid boundaries of scientific understanding, one man dared to challenge the very fabric of reality. Born in the shadows of 19th century Germany, Albert Einstein emerged from obscurity to become a name synonymous with genius. His revolutionary ideas not only transformed physics but also reshaped our understanding of time, space, and the universe itself. But the journey to greatness was not a straight path. Einstein's early years were marred by conflict, rebellion, and a struggle against a system that failed to recognize his brilliance. He was an outsider, a dreamer with a mind that raced ahead of his time, grappling with the harsh realities of life and the expectations of society. As he unveiled his theories of relativity, the world watched in awe. Yet fame brought its own challenges, drawing him into a whirlwind of political strife, personal turmoil, and existential dilemmas. His life was a tapestry of contradictions, a scientific pioneer who advocated for peace, a man of deep empathy, yet often isolated by his own intellect. Join us as we embark on a journey through the life of Albert Einstein, a narrative filled with triumphs and tribulations, brilliance and vulnerability. Discover how his legacy continues to illuminate our understanding of the universe and the human condition. This is more than just a story of scientific achievement. It's a tale of a man who redefined what it means to be truly alive in an ever-expanding cosmos. The early life of a reluctant genius. Albert Einstein, born on March 14, 1879 in Ulm, Germany, came from a middle-class Jewish family. His father, Hermann, was a salesman and engineer, while his mother, Pauline, was a homemaker. Despite their high hopes, Einstein's genius was not immediately evident. He was slow to speak, not communicating fluently until age 4, earning the nickname the Dopey One from his family. However, his curiosity for mechanical objects and science was apparent early on, sparked by a compass gifted by his father at age 5. His formal education was less inspiring, as he struggled against the rigid methods of his Catholic elementary school and later the Luitpold Gymnasium, where teachers viewed him as unremarkable. Despite his dissatisfaction with conventional schooling, Einstein thrived outside the classroom, self-studying advanced texts with encouragement from his mathematician Uncle Jacob. A pivotal moment at age 16 involved imagining chasing a beam of light, which would later influence his theory of relativity. In 1894, his family moved to Italy, prompting him to drop out of school. He applied to the Swiss Federal Polytechnic in Zurich, failing the entrance exam initially but eventually gaining admission after completing his secondary education. At the Polytechnic, he met Mileva Maric, his future wife, and although he often skipped classes in favor of self-study, his talent in theoretical physics shone through. Graduating in 1900, Einstein struggled to find a teaching job, eventually taking a position at the Swiss Patent Office, which allowed him the time to develop his groundbreaking theories. His early life, marked by social isolation and academic rebellion, ultimately laid the foundation for his extraordinary contributions to science, demonstrating that genius can emerge from unconventional beginnings. Revolutionizing science with the theory of relativity. In the early 20th century, Albert Einstein emerged as a pivotal figure in physics, particularly during his Annus Mirabilis in 1905, when he published 4 groundbreaking papers while working as a patent clerk in Bern, Switzerland. Among these, his special theory of relativity fundamentally transformed scientific understanding by proposing that time and space are relative to the observer's frame of reference. This theory challenged Newtonian physics and introduced the famous equation E in mc squared, illustrating the interchangeability of mass and energy, and paving the way for advancements in nuclear energy. Despite initial skepticism, Einstein's ideas began gaining traction over time. His exploration of the photoelectric effect further established his role in quantum theory, proposing that light consists of discrete packets called photons, thus revealing its dual nature. However, Einstein became uneasy with the probabilistic interpretations of quantum mechanics, even as he made significant contributions to the field. Einstein continued his quest to understand the universe with his general theory of relativity, published in 1915, which redefined gravity as the curvature of space-time caused by massive objects. This theory gained validation during a solar eclipse in 1919, when light from stars was observed to bend around the sun, elevating Einstein to global fame. As his scientific reputation soared, Einstein's personal life faced challenges, particularly in his marriage to Mileva Maric, which ended in divorce due to his dedication to work. He later married his cousin, Elsa Löwenthal, who provided stability but also sparked controversy. Despite his success, Einstein struggled with personal relationships, particularly with his children. Opposition to his theories persisted, fueled by skepticism from classical physicists and anti-Semitic sentiments in Germany. Yet, his work gained acceptance among a younger generation of scientists. By the end of this period, Einstein had established himself as a leading mind in science, fundamentally changing humanity's understanding of the universe while navigating the complexities of his personal life. His genius lay in his ability to challenge fundamental assumptions, though this often led to a disconnect from those around him. Einstein's role in global politics and the atomic bomb. As Albert Einstein's scientific prestige grew in the 1930s, the world faced political extremism and looming war. The vibrant intellectual environment of Europe deteriorated into fear and violence, prompting Einstein to confront the moral consequences of his scientific work. Though not a politician, his fame gave him a platform that significantly influenced history. Fleeing Nazi Germany, with the rise of Adolf Hitler, Einstein, a Jewish intellectual, became a target of Nazi propaganda. In 1933, he lost his academic positions and fled Germany, renouncing his citizenship to settle in the U.S., where he became a vocal advocate for peace against authoritarianism and racial intolerance. The letter to President Roosevelt and the Manhattan Project. In 1939, Einstein co-signed a letter warning President Roosevelt about Nazi Germany's nuclear ambitions, which led to the initiation of the Manhattan Project. Although his letter spurred this secretive effort, Einstein was not directly involved due to his pacifist views. After the bombings of Hiroshima and Nagasaki, he expressed deep regret over his involvement, becoming an ardent opponent of nuclear weapons, advocating for peace and civil rights. Post-World War II, Einstein emerged as a symbol of pacifism and humanitarianism, advocating for nuclear disarmament and civil rights. He criticized racial inequality in the U.S. and formed friendships with civil rights leaders, publicly condemning discrimination. His outspoken stance, particularly during the McCarthy era, positioned him as a target for right-wing critics. Einstein's role in Zionism. Einstein's Jewish identity influenced his complex views on Zionism. While he supported a Jewish homeland, he advocated for peaceful coexistence between Jews and Arabs in Palestine. Offered the presidency of Israel in 1952, he declined, feeling unfit for political leadership in a conflict-ridden area. A global icon and his human limitations. By the 1950s, Einstein became an iconic cultural figure. However, his personal relationships were often strained. His dedication to work overshadowed family life, leading to difficulties in his marriages and complex relationships with his children. Despite his eccentricity, he maintained a sense of humor and humility, often downplaying his fame. In his later years, Einstein sought a unified field theory but could not reconcile it with quantum mechanics. He passed away in 1955 at 76, refusing surgery, marking the end of an era in science and global politics. His enduring legacy lies in his groundbreaking theories and his moral contributions to an increasingly complex world. Einstein's legacy and lasting impact. Albert Einstein's death in April 1955 marked the end of a remarkable life that transcended physics and mathematics, leaving a profound moral and humanitarian legacy. He revolutionized our understanding of the universe with his theories of relativity, particularly the equation E=mc², which transformed scientific inquiry and laid the foundation for technological advancements like nuclear energy and GPS. His predictions, such as gravitational waves, continue to influence modern physics. Beyond his scientific contributions, Einstein became a prominent advocate for justice, peace, and humanitarianism. He opposed war and nuclear weapons, becoming a founding member of the Emergency Committee of Atomic Scientists. Advocating for global unity and ethical considerations in science, he emphasized collaboration to prevent conflicts and highlighted the importance of civil rights, notably supporting the African American civil rights movement. Einstein's image evolved into a cultural icon representing intellectual brilliance and a rebellious spirit. His life inspired numerous biographies and documentaries, showcasing his playful nature and approachability in discussing complex scientific concepts. The establishment of the Albert Einstein Institute in 1972 and various awards in his name promote ongoing research and education in theoretical physics, ensuring his influence persists. His life exemplified the moral responsibilities that accompany scientific discovery, serving as a reminder that knowledge must be paired with ethical considerations. In conclusion, Einstein's legacy as a scientist and humanitarian continues to inspire advocacy for progress, justice, and peace, urging humanity to combine the pursuit of knowledge with a commitment to ethical stewardship. Revolutionizing science with the theory of relativity. In the early 20th century, Albert Einstein emerged as a pivotal figure in physics, particularly during his Annus Mirabilis in 1905, when he published 4 groundbreaking papers while working as a patent clerk in Bern, Switzerland. Among these, his special theory of relativity fundamentally transformed scientific understanding by proposing that time and space are relative to the observer's frame of reference. This theory challenged Newtonian physics and introduced the famous equation E=mc², illustrating the interchangeability of mass and energy, and paving the way for advancements in nuclear energy.